The air.
He did as bad as he could possibly do without dying, I think is what happened.
Well,
It is wild how much that guy goes to Vegas on his own.
We were literally busting through snowdrifts over the hood of the Chevy.
this is a classic bad idea.
That's
right.
the worst part about Thanksgiving is they start playing Christmas music next month.
You are such a Grinch, dude.
I can't believe I'm admitting this publicly. I wasn't even going to tell you guys.
You look like you're going snowboarding, Evan.
More of a skier than a
Like,
one planker.
I'm just
Two-planker, not a
surprised
one-planker.
that like you are a skier over a snowboarder.
Is this like one of those rollerblade skateboarder stereotype things you wrapped
I mean,
up in?
I just feel like you are too caught up in being cool that where like
Dude,
when
I
you were a
rode
young
scooters
kid,
before. Like scooters are kind of cool now. I was riding scooters in like 2004.
it just
that was
seems
really lame.
like just from the way I know you, you would have been way too cool to be on skis. Everyone else is riding skis. I don't want to be on skis.
No, everybody else was riding snowboards.
Really?
And I was.
So that do you think that's why? Because like to me, I would think that the snowboarders are steezy and cooler than
It was
a skier.
It was that I was simply better at skiing right off the get.
Dude, Chad goes deep.
That's
Like
fair.
skiers in general are kind of ruining the vibes on the mountain. And I don't know. I've been a snowboarder since I was shredding the placenta in the womb.
Whoa.
And the skiers kind of feel like it seems like they think they own the mountain and they think they're better than us.
I'm a skier.
Oh,
That's your crew.
All is right, dude. And I feel like I get dogged on as a skier online. Like, I just told you I was a skier now, and you had a, visceral reaction to it.
yeah. Honestly, it's kind of devastating news.
So you feel persecuted on by skiers, but then you instinctively,
I persecute back.
right.
I feel persecuted.
Oh,
Yeah, all is right, dude.
Oh, that's
Dude,
right.
I
That
think-
pretty much sums it up.
I think the standard thing would be though, like you have a snowboard, you're in the terrain park doing jumps and rails, and then your standard skier is just going down the normal hills.
Yeah, I just would
Where
have
like the
expected you to.
skiing that I did was doing the same stuff snowboarders were doing, and I don't think there's as much hate between skiers and snowboarders that are both in the park. I think it's just like the in general skiers are kind of lame. I don't know.
Okay.
I thought he said in that video that beers were ruining the mountain.
No.
I was like, damn.
Well, that's gonna make it really lame out
Beers
there.
again?
Yeah, beers again? What's up with the sunglasses, Mike?
Dude, we got that CboysTV BUMZ collab coming up this Thursday.
Ooh.
Hence why we're all wearing
That's the hard
sunglasses.
launch.
Yeah.
We have, we have 3 different frame styles, and we kind of went with the black and red vibe. These ones are the most flashy, but they'll be up on the website on Thursday. They'll get you entered to win the truck, trailer, Maverick, $35,000 cash giveaway.
Pretty
Dude,
crazy.
We're
Dude,
excited,
I mean,
yeah.
I like them so much. I've been wearing them inside. I mean, all of us are wearing them inside. What more do you need as a reason of how great these sunglasses are?
We're so excited. It came full circle. You guys have heard pretty much all the ins and outs of our relationship with Jake.
Mm-hmm.
Jake started Bum Sunglasses, and now we're collabing. It only makes sense.
Yeah, so like we're not like partners with him or anything like that. It's not like we're going back into necessarily like a business venture with him. It's just like a collab sunglass, like no different than if
I don't know.
Nike and Adidas did a collab shoe, which would never happen.
That would go so...
That'd be insane.
I don't.
Dude, can we get
It
that?
is
wrap my
interesting
head
because,
around that
yeah,
comparison.
at first I thought you were way off base with Nike and Adidas, but also we are 2 brands.
Yeah.
collabing. It'd be like Skims and... I'm trying to think. There's got to be
It'd be
2
like
brands
doing
that
a
have collabed.
I was trying not to use another sunglass brand, but it'd be like
Yeah,
us and
yeah, exactly.
collabing with,
Yeah. Yeah, it's no different than like Cletus has his heat wave design, but yeah, we did 3 different models. All of them are black and red, of course, for this first color scheme, just because it just seemed
Had to do it to
fitting.
'em.
It's like the only way. But yeah, it says Life Wide Open on the inside, CBoys TV on the inside. It's got a sweet little engraved thing on the lens. They work great. I mean, we've been wearing bums for a year or 2 now, because Jake's been obviously slanging the sunglasses for a while now, and we like them. And I don't know, we just kind of like we're talking about it one day, and we're like, well, why don't we do this? It'd be good for everyone, and we're just pumped to be back working with Jake.
I know, no kidding. It came full circle on us, really.
Absolutely.
maybe next week after the launch, we'll have them come on and we'll talk about how it went. And we can go dive into the story a little more.
But yeah, for now, keep an eye out for these next Thursday or this Thursday.
This
Gosh,
Thursday.
2 days from now.
Yeah,
Nice.
for now, just keep your eyes out for Thursday.
Happy snow squall, boys. I didn't think it'd come this early.
Dude, I didn't
What's
either.
a snow squall? Yeah, I got the alert on my phone.
Yeah.
Is this early? I think this is when we're supposed to get snow in
Yeah,
it.
I just remember. So basically, maybe we should start with the definition of a snow squall, I guess.
But it came through our phone like Amber Alert style.
I know, it's so
Bro,
annoying.
Okay.
It's just freaking.
It's snowing outside. Big
So-
deal.
Yeah.
So here, a snow squall is a sudden, moderately heavy snowfall with
Moderately
blowing,
heavy?
Yeah,
Moderately
yeah.
heavy.
But it's more the wind. With blowing snow and strong gusty surface winds, it often is referred to as a whiteout, but it kind of just is a flash. But we'd never heard of
You
a snow
can't call
squall.
it a whiteout anymore.
Yeah, true. Maybe that's why they
See,
did
that
it.
makes sense.
Because we'd never heard of a snow squall until last year. It sent us that like Amber Alert type. Went all off on everyone's phones like everyone was gonna die.
So when that Amber Alert message goes through, the snow alert,
Snow
when
squall.
when the snow squall alert went through, me and Cody were standing right next to each other. Both of our phones are going off. We just look at it quick, put them in the pocket, and then we just keep hearing this alarm going off. And then we get like the full report read to us in a robotic voice.
Whoa.
And we're looking at each other like, what is going on here?
Like, turn it off.
And look across the shop. The lights weren't on yet. One of the Starks is lit up.
What?
No
The
shit.
Oh, the phone got the snow squall.
The
Squall.
phone that is the dashboard of the Stark. Yeah, got
That's
that alert
hilarious.
and gave us the information. But how cool is that? Like if you were out riding, guess you probably
Give you
Probably
weather
coming.
alerts. Yeah, I mean, I'd assume if you had a tornado, it would tell you the tornado was coming. Maybe you probably already see that, but yeah, we learned what a snow squall was, and I don't think that it should be a notification on
I
everyone's
agree.
phones. Like,
I think that was pretty weak.
I think
Yeah.
your standard like weather notification that pops up like with WeatherBug or
Yeah.
like
I agree.
Do you guys remember the last time that we've had? I mean, granted, we're much more prepared and also much more used to driving in unideal conditions. But the last time that, oh my gosh, the weather is so bad, I can't go anywhere. Never.
I remember one, and it was because my driveway would blow in. You guys had to come and rescue me with Jake's truck on tracks,
Snowmobiles,
which didn't
yeah.
make it, which is pretty
That
impressive.
is valid, yeah,
but
that's
that's
true.
like a driveway. It's really not a road.
Kind of blew
Like
over more so from just the wind. But
Yeah.
I'm saying, like, you couldn't drive on public roads. There was so much snow or it was so rainy or something. I guess I haven't had to deal with that. Maybe
Ever?
I'm sure one time, but
I think we had a Thanksgiving snowstorm a handful of years ago that shut down our freeway for like overnight.
yeah, but they
even
shut
that
down
wasn't
the
that big of a
freeway
deal.
for pretty, loose.
Not up north by us.
They
We
keep
don't
that
have the
sucker
wind.
open?
But you can always
I mean,
take
it's not
other
like-
roads. I'm imagining like that's never happened to me either. But like in Tahoe when they get like 4 feet of snow,
Yeah, then
like
you can't
I
go
think
anywhere.
you're legit stuck.
Gotta stay.
Dude.
Dude, remember when we were going out west? And Ken goes, because Ken's always can be, not always can be, but can be a bit of a pessimist sometimes when things are happening. And so we were young and we wanted to go snowmobiling out west. And he goes, huh, you won't even make it to Jamestown, which is like a small city about 2.5 hours, 3 hours from us. And we're like, whatever, Ken, we're driving through the night, through the snowstorm to make it to the mountains. And we got to Jamestown and they closed the interstate. And then we went around the interstate and it was actually like sketchy.
It was a classic bad idea. 3 feet of snow busting left and right off the road. Like we're
was
like, all right,
intense.
we're getting a motel.
Yeah, we got to the next city. Like, if we just stayed on the interstate, it would have not been that bad. But they closed it. And it would have not been that bad. You could have just driven straight down the 4.5 lanes of road and you would have made it there. But we had to take these back roads that were curvy and like out through the fields. We were literally busting through snowdrifts over the hood of the Chevy with the trailer behind us.
30-foot trailer.
Couldn't do that in a Ford.
Probably not, dude. Actually, I do think the trailer saved us in that.
Yeah.
I think if you'd just been a light pickup with no like momentum and weight on the back,
Stoved.
I think you would have gotten stuck. But I think the loaded down trailer pushed us through a lot of it.
Like a freight train that's clearing the tracks.
Yeah, literally,
Pretty
that's how it
much.
felt, dude. We got to have some videos. I'll dig through my Snap memories and see if I can find some. But it was intense.
Man, I hope we get a lot of snow this year around
Same.
here.
I hope it waits like a month so we get good ice first.
I feel like it's too late for the good ice. I feel like it's gone.
No,
Yeah.
we
We
gotta
already
get a good
lost
foot
that.
of ice. Well, your good ice is just glare ice. I'm talking
Yeah.
like a
Right.
solid foot of ice before the foot of snow gets on top of it.
So we can go
Yeah.
fishing.
Yeah, we do talk about it a lot, but like the odds of getting perfect glare, picturesque ice, no snow on it. They're not high. And
the fact that we had 2 seasons in a row like
we were
that,
spoiled.
CJ, I heard you say that you're kind of liking winter this year.
Yeah, I am. I'm enjoying it. I don't know why. I think the cold is just
That's awesome.
We got our first snow squall like 3 hours ago. Man, I love winter.
No, I didn't. I said it before that. I
Yeah.
just said it, I don't know, a few days ago. I know when everyone was eating lunch. I don't know. I'm just like, I don't really mind the cold. And
what
it
are
just
you
gives
vibing
me
with the
energy. It just gives me like, I don't know. I'm just sick of being hot. I was just hot all summer. And just like, when you're hot and just like dragging dick, you kind of just like, I don't know. It's not fun. I don't like it. I just have been really enjoying winter.
The cold.
I've even been
Interesting.
listening to some like Christmas songs on my way home to work, you know.
Really?
Like, just trying to get in the vibe, you know, in the mood. Because like next thing you know, Christmas is going to happen. And then it's like, well, can't listen to a Christmas song for over a year now.
That's
right.
the worst part about Thanksgiving is they start playing Christmas music for the next
Ev,
month.
you are such a Grinch, dude.
Such a great.
Like, is it that surprising to the listener or the viewer to find out that you don't like Christmas
I
music?
think if we took a poll, that you would be in the minority of being like, I'm pumped to listen to Christmas music for a full month.
So you're telling me you don't? It doesn't make you happy at all. Listening,
Maybe like
and get
the
you in
week-
like the mood,
week
like
of
oh, I like Christmas.
Like
You don't like Christmas or what?
During the Christmas festivities, yes, but not when it's still November.
Well, it's December now.
Well, I'm just saying they start on Thanksgiving.
November. How do you feel about it in
It's
early
just
December?
2
then?
days early.
Early December, still pretty early. Like I said,
Okay.
about a week. I could
That's
take
fair.
7 to 10 days of the holly jolly music.
It's about what I'd expect out of you.
I thought
But,
I thought of an interesting thing how you're like loving winter and then you're talking about Christmas music. It is weird that Christmas just does hit harder when you have snow.
yeah, it does.
It's nothing
dude.
against-
Even Thanksgiving, I thought.
Christmas in Florida, probably great. Christmas in Texas, probably great. But like it doesn't hit quite the same without snow. So
Santa
even when
Claus-
we don't have snow.
First off, I just want to say, comment down below if you're on my side where you like Christmas music, or if you apparently don't like Christmas music and you're on Evan's side. Because
He didn't say he didn't like it.
you
Come on,
made
let's
the-
clear this up real quick.
Okay.
I didn't say I don't like it. I just 30 plus days is too much of it. 10 days tops.
Okay, 10 days tops.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, no, Alex and I tried watching a Christmas movie last weekend, and it was like taking place in Texas or something. Like a place where there was no snow, and we got like 10, 15 minutes in. We're like, what the frick is this? Like this feels like a Halloween movie.
Oh, yeah.
You
gets
know,
worse,
it
yeah.
just-
Everything's
it
brown.
just- it was weird. We just ended up switching something else. But
I think that's the one thing that would really throw me off if we ever moved to a warm place.
You kind of associate holidays with seasons, especially Christmas.
Christmas. Yeah, dude, it's got to be snowy. You got to get stuck in an airport.
you- yeah,
you got to
you-
get the snow squall notification.
Minnesota would be a good place to visit for Christmas,
For sure.
or really any of Canada.
Is there any Christmas movies up here? I feel like Minnesota just gets like overlooked in
Probably.
like the Midwest. Like
Did-
Minnesota, North Dakota, South Dakota. I don't blame them for South Dakota. But like no movie ever takes place in South Dakota. Like they'll be in Wisconsin all the time.
yeah,
One
Uncle
thing,
Buck?
I mean, I'm sure there is because I was
Milwaukee.
I was thinking of this
Milwaukee.
the other day that like we're going through, you go on to Netflix or Hulu or whatever, and you see all the, pardon my French, shitty Christmas movies. Well,
many.
they have one association with scary movies. Like scary movies are literally a dime a dozen, and they're easy for them to suck because there's so many. And then Christmas movies are right after that. They just are like, what should we do? Scary.
Churn out
We
some
did the
shit.
scary one last time. Let's do a couple Christmas movies. And then they're just bad, like Hallmark bad.
Yeah.
Sorry to diss on Hallmark, but I'm pretty sure all of their movies are like, they look like they have a budget of like a couple $1,000.
Their
go out
greeting
there.
cards are all
Yeah,
right. but
yeah.
not
Oh
the
yeah, I
movies.
agree with that.
that's pretty crazy. What a business. I mean, they're doing greeting cards, and they even got their
Their
own
own
channel.
They got stores
Movies.
with knickknacks and whatnot. My grandma loves Hallmark.
Yeah.
You guys get anything good on Black Friday?
Bought an iPad.
An iPad.
I've always wanted to be an iPad kid. I kind of miss that. So,
You see that Ben bought an Xbox?
Yeah.
oh, dude, that's hilarious.
Yeah, Ben's not here right now. He's on vacation. But yeah,
I think this is a funny story that we could maybe tell because from
I
our point of
agree.
view, it's very entertaining.
I agree. Knowing Ben, it's hilarious, and I mean, I'm happy for him that he finally got an Xbox or whatever. He kind of missed the wave. He did have an Xbox 360 growing up, but they had like maybe 2 games.
Right, and that was 10 years
No
ago.
Xbox Live, none of that. So like, it's not really an Xbox.
No, like, you didn't have the full
you know?
experience.
But yeah, so basically, like Justin, Jake, Cody, Evan plays.
bit.
Mike plays
bit.
PlayStation. But they all been like kind of gaming on like the new Call of Duty. Well, they talk about it in our group chat and all this. And
No, dude, I gotta say, Ben threw this out of the blue and then got everyone fired up. Ben said, he's like, boys, I just feel like I need something to just unwind, and I'm so invested in work that I just need like a hobby. And then he talks about getting an Xbox, and we're just all like, dude, if you get an Xbox, we should definitely all play. So then all weekend we're like, dude, Ben, when you getting your Xbox?
yeah, you got one, but I
But
don't
it
know.
took
I'm just
him
curious
forever.
how it
What
went.
the fuck, has he even opened it?
But it took him forever. He's like texting us. He goes, where are we dropping, boys? And we're like, yes, you got it. And then he's like, no, I just am excited. And we're like, dude, what are you doing?
I saw he bought one, but
Yeah, he did,
whether he set it up or not, but even if he did, I think it would go very similar to the way it would go for me if I went and dug my Xbox out of the closet and hooked it up and got live and was ready to play. I think he'd play for maybe an hour. Mm-hmm. And then I think he would be like, all right. And then he'd set it down. And then he'd walk away and he'd go, all right,
Yeah,
I'm good. I
played.
don't need to play that anymore.
You don't think
that
he
was
would at
all for
least?
nothing.
You don't think he'd at least try 2 games?
Maybe like
No,
an
I'm saying he'd play
evening.
for an hour. He'd play 2.
Dude,
Damn.
I'm predicting that the first night he's going to play it, he's going to hype everyone up like we're going to play some games. He's going to hook that thing up.
He's also gonna
and
suck.
get hit with like a 6-hour update to download
Yeah.
any games or anything to play. So the first time he's committed and ready to do it, he's probably not even going to play that day.
He's
Yeah.
going to be so behind the ball, too. Like, he never played online, really. Like, he just would maybe play when he's at friend's house. He's just going to get...
He's probably gonna have
Murked.
he's probably
He's
gonna
gonna
have
get
a Cheeto gamer tag. We were like stressing him out. We're like, dude, it's gotta be like good, creative. We're not gonna help you, but it's gotta be good.
I just know he's going to walk away from it and be like, I got nothing done there. And
Yeah.
Ben likes getting stuff done. He likes playing the game of real life.
100%.
And that's how I look at life, too. It's like, why don't you just treat life like... Do the thing, I don't know, which is easier said than done.
Mm-hmm.
But, like, he's going to think...
But yeah,
Why
that's
would I play a fictional thing?
that's why he wanted it, was to disconnect. But I do agree that he's gonna be like,
I think he's gonna have a tough time
He's
doing
like, I can't get anything done doing
I don't
this.
know if video games is relaxing though. Like, is it?
Especially, dude.
Actually,
like you
I
said,
think it's
he's
the
gonna
opposite.
get
It's
fucking
adrenaline.
Yeah,
wrecked,
it
dude.
gets you like going. Like when I think about me hopping on the new Call of Duty, I used to play like I would always reach to max prestige on Call of Duty. I just loved it.
Yeah.
Me and my buddies were
You'd
always
hit
playing.
10 prestiges on every Call of Duty game.
Not everyone, but on.
insane,
I would
actually.
say. I mean,
for sure a couple, dude.
I'd say half. I'd say half.
I feel like I played
hit
my
the max.
fair share of Call of Duty, and I'd make like 4th, 5th, 6th prestige.
Oh, I'd
And I
have
felt
like,
I
I'd have
did
20
pretty good.
days.
Holy.
20 days. I'd say your like time played. Like I would have 20 days played.
Obviously, the
throughout
days
over a whole year, and then the new one would come out. Whatever.
the days meter definitely shows that cold hard truth.
That's
but also
that's
like,
just you in game
Right.
time, though.
But
Not
you're
even
fucking
sitting
crazy.
there.
but your prestige, like I played a couple Call of Duties, and the farthest I ever made it was like 6 prestige in one of them.
Nobody does selling like Shopify. Whether you are big or small, Shopify is there to grow with your business. It's used by startups and companies with hundreds of millions of dollars in sales. Shopify is right for everybody. And not to mention, Shopify is home to the #1 checkout on the planet. And if you have a business and you're not using Shopify, you're only hurting yourself and your business. We absolutely love Shopify, and I know that you will too. It's no secret either. Businesses that want to grow with Shopify. Shopify makes it very easy to customize your online website, add discounts, and much more. And they even have a great mobile app that I personally love. If you haven't tried Shopify yet, you need to upgrade your business and get the same checkout that we use at CboysTV.com and sign up for your $1 per month trial period at Shopify.com/wideopen, which is all lowercase. Go to Shopify.com/wideopen to upgrade your selling today. That is Shopify.com/wideopen. I think we can all agree that guns can make the world safer as long as they are in the hands of the right people. If you're looking for a no key, no battery, instantly accessible when you need it box for your firearm, look to StopBox. Our listeners are getting 10% off their entire order when you use code RANDOM. But they're also giving you guys a buy one, get one free offer on their StopBox Pro. So that's 10% off and a free StopBox Pro when you use code RANDOM at StopBoxUSA.com. All StopBox products are made in the USA in their own facility. Not only does this ensure that they are made with high quality craftsmanship of every single product sent out. It creates meaningful jobs and opportunities for American workers, which is very important to us. For a limited time only, our listeners are getting a crazy deal. Not only do you guys get 10% off your entire order when you use code RANDOM at StopBoxUSA.com, but they're also giving you guys a buy one, get one free for their StopBox Pro. That's 10% off and a free StopBox Pro when you use code RANDOM at StopBoxUSA.com. So discover a way to balance security and readiness with StopBox.
So my point though is like I think I'm pretty good. Like I could probably catch back up, although the new one looks way faster.
Mm-hmm.
But like I know I'd have to sit in a chair like this. You know, you can't really just slouch on the couch.
It's not like
and
watching
play.
a movie.
Yeah, you can't really slouch. Like you got to be like focused, have like a a pretty appropriate size monitor, not too big. And then like be ready, have the right headset on so you can hear people coming. Otherwise, you're just gonna get wrecked, and then it's not fun.
Yep.
So it's like you're actually doing something when you're doing it. Like you're
100%.
The one thing that can make it a little more fun, even if you're sucking ass, is if you're in the lobby with your buddies.
Yeah, no, for sure. That was the best.
That's
part.
what I always did, dude. Like my buddies growing up were all sweats, really good, and then I just joined in and like sucked. I
You're
was
bad
I was
internet,
part of
though,
it,
'cause
yeah.
You had real bad internet.
That
Oh, I
too,
bet,
yeah, yeah.
You have shit internet.
That's
too. Not helping.
Yeah, I was just there to be a
For
part
the
of
vibes.
it. Yeah,
I think CJ and I maybe not met, but we played together on Xbox Live. I remember
Yeah.
Modern Warfare 3. Wow. And I was like, damn, dude, I'm playing with CJ Lotzer. I used to think he was so cool. For real.
Dude.
I went to a freaking
that
lame school up north, dude. All the guys down south.
I
they
remember
were
when
cool.
you were like, dude, we copped an invite from CJ to this like West Fargo or whatever Fargo party. And then
was
we like
lame.
went. No, it was great. We were stoked to be there. You and Bierson were kind of like the what up? I don't. You were the
Really?
dudes, and we're like, dude, these are the dudes.
Yeah, pretty crazy.
Yeah, you're sitting on a white couch, just bossed up.
Makes
Dude,
sense.
Maybe we're
He
looking at
remembers the couch,
Yeah.
bro.
I don't remember it.
Dude, we might be looking at this backwards. Ben might just start streaming. He might.
That would be
that'd be
amazing.
the only way that I think he would actually be like,
That'd
okay,
be
this
amazing.
He
is
should,
productive.
dude. You imagine him sitting there?
Dude,
Honestly,
you know what? He would be
he
really
should.
entertaining
Yeah.
because he's such a Bambi, such a new guy in this whole scene.
He would.
Yeah, I would love that. Like
I
him
think that'd be
figuring out
great.
new stuff. He's always asking questions that we might roll our eyes at because it's pretty obvious, but
Yeah, I think he's good at thinking out loud.
I feel like I could maybe get into it if I was streaming, because then it's kind of like, okay, this is coming over into real life a little more,
Yep.
and back to the aspect of you're hanging out with someone. You're not alone.
I honestly can't believe I'm admitting this publicly. I wasn't even going to tell you guys privately.
Oh my!
So there's this game that came on an old PC a long time ago. It's called Sim City. You build a city, draw the
Oh, yeah.
roads, infrastructure. It's really fun. For some reason, really loved it when I was 10. Sitting there on my computer the other day, and I'm like, oh, I can download this on Steam and play it again. They have new versions. So I was like, well, we got a couple days off going to the weekend, so I downloaded it. I'm all excited to play. Played for probably 10 hours over the course of 4 days. And on like the second day, Alondra looks at me and goes, you're missing out on life around you. Like, I'm getting all this new stuff. What are you doing? You're just gaming. And I was like, damn, dude, 3 days of gaming and I'm already getting in trouble for it. Like, I didn't make it very far.
Can't you go to the bar with your friends?
Yeah, go do something productive.
Didn't make it very
Like,
far.
watch a movie. So,
Oh, that's
yeah,
funny.
it's my embarrassing story.
Dude, I gotta throw a couple plugs out there really quick. You know what else
Plugs?
is funny? Yeah,
Ken's
I
not
gotta
even here.
I gotta plug the last podcast right now. If you haven't listened to it, you just gotta go listen to it.
It's so funny.
So many responses from people. They're like, "Dude, gotta be the funniest one you've ever dropped."
Yeah.
Just laughs on laughs on laughs. And second plug is this is one of the items, but our shirts are still in Zoomies. So if you go to your local Zoomies and they're not in there, you can ask for them for sure.
Please
But
do ask for them.
they should be in there. So go check them out. Just had to let you guys know that we're still in Zoomies and you guys are still crushing it. Thanks for all the support.
Yeah, you can buy this here deer shirt in honor of me hitting a deer with my car.
Yeah.
First ever deer
Really?
I've hit. Yeah.
Been
Now
in the shop for a while now.
I got to drive home a little farther. It's darker at night.
More
now.
probability of hitting one.
I know. And I was going and I was paying attention to the road and just like high beams on, driving, looking. It was just deer.
Boom.
Like not even a chance
It
to hit the
happens
brakes.
quick.
He was just, that deer was full sprint for like the
Just
left
suicide
front
bomber.
quarter of my car. And I looked at it and I was like, oh, it's not that bad. Haha, my first deer. It'll cost a little bit of money and I'll get her fixed and back on the road. Bro, that was like 4 weeks ago. Sucks.
Yeah.
The light at the end of the tunnel.
What's the price on getting that thing fixed?
Well, I brought it in and they said it wasn't going to be bad. Ken, again, the pessimist, said he was like, oh, it's going to be 20 plus grand. I'm like, there's no fucking way.
no way.
All I did was break a bumper.
Yeah.
And my first quote was like $6,500. And I was like, damn, that's steep. But like, we can manage with that. That it was a thing that happens. Well, then they dug into it more. They found more parts broken. And I just got a text today. Said, spoke with Brent at GM Parts. He's waiting on 2 parts. Headlight ships December 13th and a part of the grill, which ships December 12th. So that puts me another 10 days from today or so.
So now you're driving Ken's Bronco.
I know, dude. That's probably the
not
worst
lately.
part. What? Not lately?
And not lately.
Not lately?
Well, I mean, we can hear his exhaust when you pull out the driveway. You know,
Bro,
that,
that thing's so fucking loud.
You were pretty heavy-footed.
Oh,
you
when
were
I
leaving-
left today,
when
yeah.
we were eating lunch.
It's probably fine.
Oh, yeah, I ripped out of there. It's
Ken
fine.
was like, is there a reason Ryan's ripping on my Bronco? That's what he said. He looks over at everyone as we're eating silently.
That's funny.
Dude,
No,
Ken's been really generous with that thing. He has his
bro.
Cybertruck. That's his daily. The Cybertruck's
the
his
way
daily.
he lets Spenny,
Yeah, just
See?
absolutely sauce on the drift track
dude,
with it.
and like getting reckless, like flying off the drift track, fully wicked, like
Dude, and they're
through the
tough, but
rebar.
it's just it's like one thing seeing someone else
Beat
10
on
out
your
of 10
car.
rip on your
Yeah,
vehicle.
It's kind of cucky. I don't think we.
I knew that's where you'd
No.
go with it.
Dude,
Okay,
the way he
I don't
lets-
think
Of
it
course you
is.
go that
The way
way.
he lets Jake drift the Cybertruck,
Yeah, but it's-
Spenny
Oh
on the
my
Bronco.
It's
I think
not-
he
Gets
kinda
off
likes
on
it.
watching him
It's
beat
not
the
because
shit out
like
of his car.
everyone still asks like, "Whoa, I can't believe Ken let us do that."
Yeah.
So it's like he's still on that end of the spectrum.
True.
Like,
Maybe he
dude,
just doesn't want to say no.
Benny was tripping. He was like, dude, I kind of just got carried away. Like, do you think Ken's going to be mad? And then I just like messed with him a little bit. I'm like, yeah, dude, like, why are you going that hard? He's like, Ben made me.
You ever been in a situation like that, Ev?
No.
Except not with a car, obviously, like a woman.
No.
Not on either end.
Neither end.
I kind of assumed he'd only be on one of the other ends, but yeah.
Yeah, I now I do feel kind of bad because I did kind of rip out of here while Ken was sitting here. Normally I drive it pretty nice. I've been pretty easy on it, except for that one time very recently that I was caught ripping on it. But bro, that exhaust is so fucking
It
loud.
is
You can hear it
loud.
in the next county
I'm
over.
surprised Ken has an exhaust on his Bronco.
Dude, I have to put it in the quiet mode every time. And like I like loud cars. My TRX was loud.
Yeah.
My freaking everything else is loud. But
No,
man,
his
that thing
quiet
was
mode
fucking-
is like as loud as my loud mode.
yeah.
Yeah, I was surprised that he put the exhaust
It's
on
loud.
too.
So on startup, his
Sounds
like,
good, though.
defaults to loud mode.
No, it
No, it
defaults to
defaults to
normal.
normal.
If you put it in loud mode,
It's like,
really up. Yeah. Thank you, Ken, for letting me drive your car for now going on a month and a half. So it's pretty generous of him, but it's been pretty crazy. Like I'll drive around every Yukon Denali that I pass, maybe an Escalade, good looking moms behind the wheels.
Yeah.
Every single one waves at me.
They like it.
Bro, I'm getting waved at. I park at the C-store and like
They probably
someone will
think you're Ken.
Yes, they'll like walk up to the door and they'll be all excited, and then I get out and they're like, "Oh,
Whoa,
hi,
whoa.
sorry, I thought
Yeah,
you were
they
someone
turn
else."
around.
And they turn around and drive away. It's crazy, dude. Like on more than one occasion, it's happened.
I believe it.
So I don't know what Ken's doing in that thing, but
He's
something.
becoming a legend
Pretty
right in
infamous.
front of our
That's what
eyes.
he is.
Yeah, no kidding.
I love that.
I'm
That's
just
not
glad-
the first time that's happened in any of his vehicles, anything associated with him.
I'm just glad that like none of the guys have mistaken me and like trying to run me off the road or something like that,
Yeah,
dude.
just wait. Better get out of that thing, dude.
No.
Why do you think he loans it out? It's funny, actually. I've never gotten more attention in a car than driving that G-Wagon around.
Yeah, that'll
It
do
gets
it.
more attention, more
Really?
people asking about it. I like it. It's cool, but like I don't necessarily think it's that cool. I kind of just like did it because it was an easy little swap out for the GTR.
Well,
for
probably
the time
Different
being.
though, not.
Yeah,
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 and
you just
don't
never
have
see him
that.
around
It's
here.
yeah,
but
it's
people-
timeless too.
People,
There's just
like,
something about it.
girl, like especially the women though. But like Alex's coworkers, CJ really got a G-Wagon. Like everyone is so interested. I swear, you could buy a Lamborghini. No one cares about that. But the G-Wagon is just so like clouded almost due to like celebrities.
Cougar
and,
mobile. Really,
yeah,
is
and
what
like the Kardashians and people just ripping around in them for so many years. But even I go to the gym, like every time I've driven into the gym, someone asks me about it.
Really? That's
Yeah.
kind of cool. I feel like it's just a known vehicle. Like your
Yeah.
GTR, people that like cars know, but everybody knows what a G-Wagon is. I bet my
Yeah.
grandma knows what a G-Wagon is.
Yeah, it's surprising. I guess
And if you don't know what it is, you kind of like want to. You see it on the road and go, what is that? What is that?
Other than Christmas music, do you feel like you have to listen to really hardcore rap music?
yeah. I mean, when I'm in there, I'm for sure listening to like a rap
Dude,
playlist.
for
Pete.
some reason, I imagine you like listening to like a symphony doing like
I-
donuts in a parking lot.
I
That-
had
that thing is so throaty, that twin turbo V8.
Dude.
But yeah, that's what I imagine. Like you're just ripping, and then in the inside, like doo, 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 doo.
I was listening to some like Christmas jazz because Alex had it already queued up on my Spotify, and I felt like I was like a whole nother person driving in that thing. Like I was living a whole nother life.
Yeah, all of a sudden
No
you look
kidding.
down, you're wearing a scarf,
I'm wearing a scarf
A
and
blazer.
a suit.
Where'd these
Yeah.
mittens come from?
the leather driving gloves. Yeah, the thing is sweet. So is
lives
Ben's
up to the
Urus
hype?
is sweet too.
Is it living up to the hype? I think it was really awesome right away, or like it was cool right away, and then I didn't think it was like a Jeep, but the more I drive it, the more it starts to feel like a Jeep with
Like a
like
Jeep?
the
Damn.
like a Wrangler, you know, like the I just don't like the wheelbase.
Dude, somewhere somebody that designed a Jeep absolutely just got a raise.
And
Like,
I mean,
whoever
and
designed the
G-Wagon owners
G-Wagon
are like
got
a
fired.
Jeep.
a Jeep?
No, I mean just like the wheelbase,
I feel
and
you
then
there,
your
so you-
seating position and the windshield is what makes it feel that way. And it's like still kind of small in there versus like you hop out of my Raptor and you go to the G-Wagon. The Raptor is way wider, longer wheelbase. Like you can fucking rip around in that thing. Whereas the G-Wagon, you
Yeah,
still
it's a-
can rip, but
a
it's
dense little
it's
square
just
nug.
different. It feels a little more Jeepish.
I see what you're
I'm
saying.
sure it's way better than a Wrangler or a Rubicon or whatever. But
Well, certainly.
yeah, the more I drive it, the kind of more I realize
It's Jeepish.
just like the way you're sitting in it and whatnot.
Interesting.
Like
Realized you bought an SUV and not a truck?
Yeah,
I mean, yeah,
it's
I
definitely
think-
going down the road in the spring.
Really?
I mean, I like it, but like I'm not by
Interesting.
any means
Huh.
loving it.
I think you like legitimately have driven a vehicle longer than anyone has, as
Yeah.
far as the Raptor. So you are the most used to that wheelbase. Makes sense. But I'm trying to think, like CJ's driven that Raptor for a while, and you know when that Raptor gets a little too dated or breaks, you'll probably just get another Raptor.
Yeah,
100%. But
For sure.
yeah,
but
it's
I'm
just-
not talking crap on it
No.
by any means. Like it's a
No.
great car, but it's
Jeepish.
I mean, it's not a lot like a Jeep, but it is pretty similar.
Do you think you'll ever get ducked?
What's that mean?
No. Although, have you seen the new trend
Ducked?
in when you drive?
Oh.
yeah. But have you seen the new trend? Like some of the more masculine men are like, screw this trend, and then they like put a dead like mallard duck
Oh my
on their
gosh.
Jeep, and you know some of the granolas are kind of like, that's the worst thing that's ever happened to me in my life type of thing.
All right, the wheelbase is 113 inches on a G-Wagon, and it's 96 to 118 on a Jeep. So it is pretty deep Jeepish. Within a
Size-wise, yeah.
few inches of a Jeep. I wonder what a Raptor is. Ford Raptor wheelbase.
It's got to have an extra foot or two.
145. So yeah, like 2 feet.
You feel that though. You feel that just like driving down the road. It's more stable.
Well, especially in the winter when you
Yeah.
feel like you could spin around. I feel it in Ken's Bronco too.
Yeah, I got some new wheels coming for it, so like it'll be a little wider stance. Hopefully
That'll
that
help.
helps a little bit, but
When's the exhaust coming?
I don't know if I'm gonna buy one. They're like 10 grand.
What? You can get a couple of cherry bombs at the parts store.
I thought about that. Like I'd be
Have
more
Gavin
likely to
some?
have Gavin just custom weld me something, but
True,
I don't
if
want it
you
to be
could
like
remove-
super loud. I just want it to still have the valve, but he could realistically maybe just remove something.
You could
One
flip-flop
down
around.
pipe or something
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah, I can't justify 10 grand for it when it's probably going to be
That's
gone
pretty
in May.
crazy. That's just a
So-
crazy amount of money for exhaust.
Yeah, you can pretty much chalk that up. Like any supercar or car of that caliber needs exhaust, 10 G's every time or more.
What did the Kardashians crash when they were in the mountains? They slid off the road in some, I wonder if it was a G-Wagon. I think it was a Suburban, like on the
No,
pass.
that wouldn't happen to a Chevy.
Wouldn't go
Well, I
to the
said they
ditch.
slid off the road. They could have driven right
an
back on.
expedition or an excursion or something.
Well, Chevys will find the ditch. They just find their way out of the ditch.
Yeah, that is true.
You guys see that video of the NASCAR Camry pace car crashing?
No.
I want to.
What the
I
hell?
wonder how many times I never even thought about the pace car crashing because it's like
Has that ever happened?
It should be impossible, dude.
Who do they got driving that thing?
classic statement. You had one job. That's it.
Turned right.
Yeah, I'm like kind of confused because the pace cars, like the guy is supposed to keep things pretty safe. So he just he realized he's supposed to be off the thing and
no.
just crashes into the fucking.
Oh my goodness.
I mean, yeah, that was pretty dumb.
They're gonna have to
He
He
definitely
must have just
panicked.
blacked out.
Yeah.
And
get
then
into these barrels.
Yeah, I think he was supposed to go off earlier and then just didn't. Like it looks okay.
Yeah, I mean, for all we know, he had some
That's
guy
not
in
too
his
bad.
headset going, "Turn down, get off, get off."
Yeah.
You know, he might.
Yeah, and
He got
panicked.
forced into that panic.
So it was a bit of a late
I
decision.
think he's still probably a good guy. I'll give him the benefit of the doubt on that one.
ripping.
I just wish we could get, not hating on Toyota and Camrys. I wish we could get a cooler pace car for like the motorsport.
It can't always be a Camry, is it?
He more just clipped that first barrel,
That's
which was
what
the
those
mistake.
barrels are there for.
Yes, you
Just
don't.
trying to turn up the entertainment value.
Maybe there was a bet going in Vegas. Like, what are the odds the pace car crashes?
He bet on it.
Dude,
Think about what the payout on that would be.
the odds of that are so slim.
Isn't that a thing with streakers? Like people
Oh,
will
I
just
think-
hammer
yeah.
that there's going to be a streaker at a game, and then they'll just pay somebody to streak, and then they
That's
make
pretty
money.
smart.
That is pretty smart.
Is that legal?
It's not
Probably-
legal, but
it's
prove
probably
it.
some. Yeah, right.
Obviously, the streaking is illegal, but like if you're just a bystander, I'd assume it's got to be illegal.
I think it's illegal to gamble on something you would have any
Right.
involvement
Yeah.
in. But I don't know how they would.
Whatever that charge is,
That.
but
The streaking one seems, yeah, I don't know. You probably get away with that. Probably harder if you're like the hockey coach betting on your own hockey game or something. They could probably connect that to you easier.
that your son plays in.
Well, there was those refs back in like I think it was the 80s or the 90s that got caught. They were betting.
Throwing games.
Yeah, and they were like,
That
Oh,
was
yeah.
in basketball, right? The
yeah,
NBA
it was
one?
in basketball.
Yep.
They could literally like just through refereeing could make a game, a 10-point game difference or like really down to the wire.
They were like involved with the mob, correct?
Yeah.
There was some
Oh, shit.
big
Big
gang
work.
ties. Yeah, it's pretty crazy ordeal.
Wow.
Do you guys, it's kind of a little embarrassing to admit as a Minnesota Vikings fan and whatever, but I feel like JJ's got to have more yards this year on pass interference penalties. I feel like once a game he picks one up, and I always kind of look at it and go, ooh.
It's just the way she goes.
What do you mean? Why? What do you mean? Oh,
Like, I just think something, like, it sucks, when you watch a team and you're playing them and they get like a bullshit penalty called on you and you're like, wow, that really sucks and it affects the game. And then when it's on your team, like the other way around, you benefit from it. You're always like, ooh, yeah, I feel a little guilty about that.
they're just having to go so hard on him because he's one of the best receivers in the game right now.
It's very true.
So like they can't keep up with him, so then they have to try and kind of cheat, and
Right.
then they either get away with it and it benefits them, or they get called. But I'm sure not everyone here is big Minnesota Vikings fans, but like it is pretty nice having JJ, even if he's not getting thrown to, because they have to cover him. Even if they double team him, that just leaves another person open.
Yeah, he's like the highest
know?
paid decoy in the league
Yeah.
right now.
Dang.
Either
Yeah.
he makes a legit play or he just takes
Or he
somebody
takes
off.
yeah, so it's super it's great.
All the pass interferences are a form of flattery. He really is
Take
good,
it.
though. Have you guys seen this video? I just figured I'd play a couple that I've been savoring. This guy builds his own helicopter.
Oh my
All right,
God,
this
I
guy's
have
Oh,
seen
dude.
this.
Ev, would
What
you
was he
ride in this with him?
Dude,
actually, what was he thinking?
I love
Oh,
how
my.
fucking chaotic this is, dude.
Like he's actually like, I'm going to fly, and you guys that are listening, it looks
doesn't
so
look real.
janky. You know, like when someone builds like a drift trike with a Predator motor on it, that's what it looks like, but in helicopter form.
This
Oh,
does
he's
not
got
look
it. Yeah.
right.
Oh, man. Oh, man.
Just wait for it. Yes, he does
Ouch.
crash.
And then he
No.
Oh,
he was, how high was I?
dude, they got the paramedics there and everything. The fire department.
yeah, what? Like 72 years old? Is that
Look
what
at
it
that
said?
thing.
He's
Yeah.
a old guy.
Yeah, right on it.
I love him asking, how was the landing? Wasn't that great?
Wasn't that great?
What does the caption say?
Who would ask that?
The
Who would
caption
fucking
says-
ask
No,
him
he
that
asked
after-
that.
Oh,
Grandpa built a helicopter, flew it with no experience. That also is crazy. He offers lessons on funt.com. Okay, I don't know if that part's true, but he was literally 150 feet in the air or higher. I don't know how high that is, but like way too high to be doing in that.
Thank goodness they still got the crash on camera.
I watched this clip so many times, just trying to go, is this a dummy in an RC? But I mean, with the real paramedics, I do believe it was real. But it just, almost doesn't
alive,
seem
bro?
to be real.
Oh, he is.
Yeah, I think he's good.
That's bad, dude.
It's so violent.
Yeah. I just like seriously, if you're gonna build,
Who let him do that?
I don't
know.
right.
At some point, you got to step in and take Grandpa's pilot's license away that he doesn't have.
Get that man out of the helicopter.
The-
Yeah, like, okay, if you're going to build a helicopter and fly it, you have to already have your helicopter license and be like a helicopter mechanical engineer.
But I think some of these things are so light. Like you can build those ultralight planes that aren't planes, and you don't have to have a pilot's license to fly them.
Right.
Yeah, because the buddy that was
No,
what
I'm not
was it
saying-
called where we had the boat and he was like
I'm not
skimming
saying
above us?
rules wise though. I'm just saying like you got to have some experience. So if you had your
Well, you
license
should
or we're
have
on your
some
way
experience.
on your way to getting your license, like you can't just fly.
Yeah, but I feel like there's no way learning on that thing can be any easier than learning in a real helicopter.
Bro,
That's
I bet
true.
I bet it's harder.
Harder.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's got to be.
Probably, yeah.
So small, like probably the smallest control is gonna drastically change.
You
So
got
in
a
the-
fucking Briggs and Stratton.
In the
powering
grand
that
scheme of
thing.
things-
The plan that's
Yeah,
like
sorry.
keep cracking up.
In the grand scheme of things, he did pretty good. He flew it. He flew it in the air around the air.
He did as bad as he could possibly do without dying, I think is what happened.
Well,
I
no, he
think
did
so,
his
too.
Lucky, yeah.
He did as good as he could
who
without
knows
dying.
how lucky he is, though. What's that second one?
All right. Okay, so this one is, I'm not even like suggesting we go to Thailand, but I'm saying like based on this video, Thailand does a lot of crazy shit that I think we would like. But why? Why do they customize everything? Okay, like they customize everything. Every vehicle that you can possibly customize.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Semis and these like rice like combines, the diesel. Dude. Giant 2-story charter buses,
What?
8
Okay.
turbo, 8-cylinder cars.
8 turbos on
Dude.
8 cylinders?
The high horsepower wheelbarrows are actually diabolical. Is Thailand all just rednecks?
Yeah,
Yeah,
dude,
it's
these
Or
like-
are we just seeing the highlight reel of redneck Thailand?
This is some pretty redneck behavior.
Yeah.
But it's like
Can you still
redneck,
call them redneck?
redneck like meets rice. I don't even know.
I don't even know what I just saw.
Yeah, right?
That was amazing, dude. That's so. I don't know if it's known enough that Thailand is clearly motorheads.
Yeah,
We
it's
should
like,
go there.
I'm
I'd love
imagining
to.
clearly that they like to race, but just basically imagine ricing / tricking out everything you own, like your
Some-
lawnmower.
Dude, some of those builds weren't even like.
You know how
practical.
like we wrap our skid steer? Got a new wrap going on the new skid steer
So
as
excited.
we speak. We wrap our skid steer and it looks cool, but they're like painting it, adding like 1,000 LEDs, like doing hand paint. I don't know. It's just like so over the top.
So we got a new skid steer. Swanston hooked it up again.
Did yeah.
Let's go.
Dang.
Yeah,
Sick.
dude. I was pretty stoked. We
Freshie, brand new.
Yeah, brand new. The other one we have is still chugging along, but I think they just wanted to trade it in and sell it.
How
but
many
we-
hours we
features.
got on that
About
thing?
500, I believe.
Really? Nice. Is that a lot?
No,
No. I
not
don't think
for some
so.
we had for 2 full years.
Yeah.
2 full years, huh?
I think so.
Yeah,
Wasn't
about 2
about
years.
that,
Yeah.
Two full summers, 1 winter, 2 summers.
No,
Yeah.
if we got it in like February.
I think it's just a year newer, but we got it. Yeah, the wrap on it's so sick.
I'm excited to see.
Just about done.
Damn, another thing to look forward to.
Mm-hmm.
Does like Thailand have the EPA? Like, can they delete
I
stuff
doubt it.
over there?
I
No
doubt they
chance.
do.
Because that probably opens up a lot of doors.
That is true,
You can just tune the crap out of anything.
especially diesels.
I saw on Facebook there was this X like motorcade Suburban for sale, so it's fully bulletproofed and all that.
Oh yeah,
Diesels, get this, no emissions on them. What the fuck?
they just
That's
can,
not fair.
Can do that.
That's not fair. Why does the government not have to have emissions?
because they made the rules.
Yep.
So you don't got to follow the rules
I
you
think
made.
that's how it goes. If you make the rules, you don't have to follow them.
Yeah,
It's
or
kinda
if you
like-
enforce them,
it's
then
like-
you don't have to.
Well, what do you mean? Why? Because I'm the boss. You know,
I guess. Yeah,
because
who's
I'm
gonna
dad.
Find me. I am.
Yeah.
I just get the fine. But I thought that was a little messed up. But you can buy them, like old ones. And I don't know.
Surprised they're not. They don't have to destroy them.
Crunch
I
them.
know.
yeah.
I think it's probably pretty rare. And I shouldn't say that it was like a presidential motorcade vehicle, but it was bulletproof. And it's a 2,500 truck chassis with the Suburban on top of it. So it's like extra strong, obviously, for the
It'd have to
bulletproofing.
be, yeah.
Actually, they haven't made a 3/4 ton bourbon since the late 90s. We need to bring those back.
They used to just roll them off the factory floor.
Oh, that would just make your day.
In the 90s, yeah.
Yeah, they had the big
My
diesel
coworker
excursions.
we had
and
a 454 Chevy bourbon. It's pretty sick.
just give me an Avalanche with an 8.1 in it. Call it a day.
All rust except for the plastic.
Dalton's in the market for a beater car for winter since both of his cars aren't good. And I was like, oh, buy, like an old $2,500 Chevy. Dude, we found him a $1,600 Avalanche.
Is he actually buying that?
That's
no, he said
perfect.
there's no way he
It's-
could be seen in an Avalanche.
Dude,
I
he
go,
would look
man.
great.
I think it would, screw it. Just beat the
I thought
crap out of it.
Avalanches were cool when they first came out.
I did too when they first. Well, if
wanna
they
do
were the
that.
ones with the plastics, it's kind of.
Didn't they all have plastic?
Yeah,
Yeah, they all had
I already
plastic.
regret.
I thought it was
no,
cool. I was a
no,
kid. I was a little
sorry.
kid.
They
I
had
didn't know things.
they had high trim ones with painted. They were still plastic, but
okay.
it was painted, and those ones look substantially better.
Randy had a good couple of those.
Couple.
Yeah, I mean, because they would change them.
Yeah,
and
you
so I
can't-
think he had a couple different generations of them, but we would take them to Christmas. That's all I remember.
Yeah, the guy who runs Cormorant drives a Escalade Avalanche.
Oh, yeah. Jake's grandpa.
Yeah,
Steely's.
on Steely's, he loves
That's
that
such
thing.
a crazy setup.
I know,
Steely's on an
you got a
Escalade?
luxurious car and you put Steely's on it. It's really an oxymoron.
Do you guys think I'm missing out on life that I just truly don't use TikTok?
I don't use it either.
Really?
Like when I get sent a link in our group chat, I'll follow it, usually just to see what the video I was sent, and occasionally scroll, and it's very short-lived, and I've never felt that I need to just dive into TikTok.
Same, dude. I mean, sometimes I'll go down the rabbit hole if I get on there, but very rarely do I even open the app, unless it's been obviously something sent me to it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think that's best of both worlds. You get sent the good stuff from your buddies, and if that's all you watch, you're saving a lot of time.
Yeah, I'm not going to say it's going to improve your life,
No.
but there's funny stuff on there.
I believe that,
Yeah.
but I think because Reels basically are TikToks now, right? So
Yeah,
if
it's a
Instagram
different-
didn't have Reels, maybe
it's
I'd
like-
feel more compelled to.
It's
TikTok.
like walking into two different parties with two different vibes.
Yeah.
But
Or maybe even
why-
upstairs, downstairs
yeah,
party.
yeah, but
TikTok's
why,
a downstairs party.
Why add more? If you're chilling on Reels and you're on it, then why add more?
I just feel like a lot of Reels are literally they already were TikToks, so they
Yes.
just cross post
Yeah.
them. So it's like, I don't
But
know
that's
how much
kind
I
of
could
same
miss.
that's the same mentality of then going to Facebook and saying, "Oh, I'll see the good Instagram reels when they make it to Facebook."
But it's different.
You're gonna see them months
'Cause-
later, and you're gonna see a bunch of different shit in between there.
Yeah.
I think the less doom scrolling that you can do,
Oh,
Better
dude,
out
for
there,
sure.
yeah.
doom scrolling, it can happen on TikTok, Facebook,
Anywhere.
Instagram.
Facebook Marketplace.
It really can't.
That's what happens
It
to me.
really can't happen on YouTube though. YouTube is
Yeah, that's very
you
true.
You're in that. You're not.
gotta
you're
lock
sitting
in.
down.
You
You're
lock
watching
in.
something. Generally, it's 20 minutes or at least 10.
Dude, even going to the bathroom, you're standing there and you're like, phone.
Yep.
And then you're I'm on Facebook, scrolling, seeing if there's a good Facebook market deal coming in. I'm
man.
like, what am I doing,
I
man?
know, I'm like, what if
Can't even
people-
enjoy a nice
Yeah.
What did
bathroom
people
break anymore?
used to do when they had to microwave their food?
Read a magazine?
Yeah.
Wait.
yeah.
We should
yeah.
put a phone bin outside our bathrooms and then stock the bathroom with magazines.
That is a great idea.
I don't know if I want to touch those.
Well, I mean, not
Those kind of magazines.
like car
Cars and
magazines.
dirt bikes.
No, I still don't want to touch those.
I bet if we put the phones outside of the bathroom time would decrease by 75% in this household.
For sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it just
Easy.
would. It just would.
Unless
And-
there was a Thrasher skateboard mag in there,
It's-
then I wouldn't.
Cover
Get
to
in-
cover.
Yeah. Get into a good magazine. You could be there for a while. But I think then you just be like, oh, I'm kind of overreading, but I enjoyed that little couple pages. But if I know, okay, I got to leave in 10 minutes and I got to poop, I'm like, well, I won't bring my phone and I'll be fine.
Really?
It'll be great.
Oh, man. How do you know what time it is?
That's how he's
Because
always late.
I just go really fast.
I can see you just entertaining yourself with your Apple Watch.
Just clicking around,
Just
doing
running
the thing.
calculator for no reason.
Where you
That's-
scroll in and out.
Actually, one, it's just a silly look, but two, it's something you really can't do. Like, if you don't have your phone and you're so bored, playing on your Apple Watch is dumb.
There's no games on there you can play?
There probably is, but I don't even entertain that because
Like
I think it's
Pong?
just
I think you could
like,
rip
can't be
Angry
like
Birds on
that bored. I mean, I guess if you're alone, do whatever. But if you're not alone, you don't need to play games on your phone.
Yeah, and if you're with people, you definitely shouldn't be playing
Yeah.
games on your
Yeah.
watch.
That's what I mean.
I caught it
Yeah.
myself in Nashville when we were down there. I was like, well, like there was kind of nothing going on, and one of the bars was maybe a little tired, you know, whatever it was. And I found myself in the weather app, and I went,
Damn.
I got to put this damn thing away, dude. I'm just looking for something that is not there right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's almost like you're looking for this like dopamine hit. You end up maybe not finding it, or you get close to it, so you're like, oh man, something's gonna, you know.
Yeah.
Then you just don't
Just
have
never
it.
come back to it.
I have that too.
All the time. That's why Ben has a fidget spinner in his car, so he doesn't ever use his phone when he's in his vehicle.
I just
Probably
hope
safer.
hope
Probably
he
safer
uses
than
it.
phone, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, just when he's parked. Obviously not when he's driving.
Fidget spinner.
See him
Anybody's
pulled over
fine.
on the
Yeah, yeah.
shoulder. He's on the shoulder of the road. You need help, sir? Nah, just
No.
fidgeting.
Just wanted to do it for a couple minutes before I get back on the road.
This is a conspiracy theory that I'm going to pitch. You think it's a part of the mailmen's business plan to possibly lightly get rear-ended and then get a payout so they don't have to mailmen anymore?
Seems like a good idea to me.
Yeah, it seems like a good idea. I've never particularly heard of it.
Like our mailman, great guy. I would never want to see him get hurt. Drives a white vehicle in a fucking snowstorm, and he's got one flashing light bar on the back about this big. Flashes white, the color of the snow, the color of his car, the color of everything on this earth, and light orange. So it's like it's just bright enough that at the last second when you see him sitting on the side of a county highway at 60 miles an hour, you see this light orange light and some snow-covered brake lights. You go, shit, and you hit the brakes. You slide into him at 25 miles an hour. The government pays him $10 million to never mailman again. You go to jail for hitting a federal worker.
Well, I think for starters, some people might say, why are you driving 60 miles an hour in those conditions? Sorry, had to do it.
Okay, 55, 40.
Sorry, had to do it.
Okay, 55, 40.
Oh, yeah.
But I was just thinking, if I was the guy parked on the side of the road
Way
all
more
day,
marking.
12 hours a day, you're sitting on the side of the road. You know, you got a little drive in between here and there, but you never get up to full speed.
Government workers don't work 12 hours a day. Sorry.
Mike comes by pretty late, though. So we'll give him...
I mean, he's definitely off by 5.
Dude, I think they just get so tainted that they
Yeah.
just assume people are gonna stop.
Because, yeah, the one
'cause
light
you're
is
always
not.
kind of having to stop in an unideal location.
Yeah, you
it's kind of
get
like
used to
us just like standing in the middle of the road. Like everyone else like, get out the road. What are you doing? But we're just kind of hanging there. Cars come, we're like, don't worry, they're not gonna hit us. And if they get close, I'll get out of the way. Like, you know,
Yeah, I feel you there.
that's probably maybe how he feels on it. But
Yeah,
I'm sure
he
he's
should just
got to
have-
be looking.
It's
It is
more
bizarre.
lights.
There's not like a rule, though. I mean, the snow plows, any emergency vehicle, everything's got light, blue lights, amber lights, all this
Signs.
stuff.
Yeah.
I think maybe it would just make sense the mailman would be equipped with
It's
the
his
same.
vehicle, dude. They have to buy that themselves.
Yeah. But
It's
you
kinda
could-
whack.
You could, that is kind of whack, I think, too. But since they're rural carriers, but I mean, what do you think? You can probably get a 36-inch flashing
Yeah,
light
we should
bar.
surprise him with a light
Oh my
bar.
gosh, that'd be great.
I thought about it for Christmas,
And then
but
we'll
then I
have-
didn't want to ruin his whole business plan. $159 for this 23-inch top light bar.
Is that really worth saving your life?
Oh, you're right, $159. Here's one on Amazon, 34 inches for $92. Just doesn't seem worth it to me.
You're not wrong.
Now I was never worried about hitting mailmen before, but now I kind of am.
I think if we brought up this concern to Ken, he'd just make it happen. Because he doesn't want anything to happen to Mike.
That's true.
The mailman.
The UPS guys and our mailmen are very important to Ken.
Probably
Very.
more important than we are to Ken.
Borderline.
100%. Otherwise, he would be here. Just kidding.
Ran off with one of them.
Yeah, I mean, he's got a pretty busy few days ahead of him before his little trip. Is it fair to talk about that before he's here?
Go ahead.
Did he inform you guys on exactly why he's going to Vegas?
No. I just kind of heard through the grapevine Ken's
Yeah.
going to be in Vegas
Well,
this
there's-
weekend.
there's
I'm
an
like, dude,
event.
he was just in Vegas 2 weekends ago.
Well, that's because there's an event that he is attending,
what?
the rodeo.
Oh,
By
Cowboy
himself?
Ken.
I'm not exactly sure. I do believe there might be a friend group out there, but I'm not really sure the logistics. I just know that I almost fell off my chair when I found out that Ken was going to Vegas for the rodeo. Because it's been an ongoing joke that coincidentally the rodeo's in town. Ken's never went to the rodeo, and we crack jokes about Ken being a cowboy, but now he's going to the rodeo.
Full blown admitted it. Dude, I think he's going to have a great time.
I
I just-
no doubt about that.
I just wish he would document it more. We know he's not going to do that.
Some things aren't meant for the internet's eyes.
Public
Mike.
consumption,
What happens in Vegas stays in Vegas.
especially when the rodeo.
Especially when the rodeo's in town.
Ken can be there for 3 days. Ken, how was Vegas? Won a little bit. Whatever. You don't get much out of him. I mean,
It's a mystery, man. He's a mysterious man.
72 hours you were there, Ken. What happened? A little gambling.
My room was nice.
He's a mysterious man.
That we'll never understand.
It is wild how much that guy goes to Vegas on his own.
He loves it there, dude.
But
Like,
like
yeah,
he
he
just
loves it.
goes on his own. Like what a free guy.
He can, yeah.
I mean, I guess I could too, but it'd just be weird if I just went by myself.
Yeah, I would check in on you.
Like,
I'd be like, hey, man,
but
everything okay?
But it's a lot less weird for someone single to do it. But
What if
Yeah.
he's not going by himself?
yeah, I think you
We
said
just
he
don't
had
know the
buddies.
full-
If I was single, I'd probably go more then.
Maybe not as much as
necessarily
Ken.
because I'm trying to do anything different. It's just like you just don't have someone hanging at home waiting for you.
Yeah, you don't have someone to hang out with.
Yeah.
But there's just so many places in the world.
Not,
That's what I always. Okay, I feel weird saying that, but I always say that. I'm like, we go to Vegas and it's always a great time, but I'm like, dude, there's so many places in the world.
All right,
Or
Mr. Vegas shirt.
more importantly, United States. I still love Vegas. I really do. Like, we've
I know.
been there enough that I like know it really well, and
Yeah.
so I feel like welcome whenever I go back there. But
Welcome.
I want to go other places.
You're also lucky that you have like the least gambling itch of the whole crew. I think
And you're
I
good
do,
at it,
I do
dude.
feel lucky for that. Like, it just, yeah, I do it, and I'm like, I just don't do it for
that's
a couple
how
months.
gambling works. If you don't like it, you win. As soon as
Yeah.
you enjoy it,
Yeah,
you get punished.
yeah, you can never win. You're right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what it is. It's I don't know what that is, but it's
Unless you
the
like
forces that
it,
be.
and then you lose a lot, and then you start not having any more fun, then it only kicks you harder. You can't win then either.
No, you can't quit when you're losing, or else you'll never win. That's what
Exactly.
you're saying. Yeah, you got to
Yeah.
keep going. Stick it out. You know.
You guys see that Kai Trump is not daily vlogging, but like
Yeah.
day in the life vlogging?
capitalization.
Yeah, it's very interesting.
Can you imagine being like a standard daily vlogger? Like on the come up right now, you don't have, Air One in your backyard and like a Range Rover to drive around in, and you're just daily vlogging your life. And then she comes in and is just like, boom, I'm going to go to lunch with Elon Musk.
Yeah.
Like, how are you supposed to make your life interesting when she's doing that?
Yeah.
Well, that's been happening for a long time, Ryan. Not
That's
not
true.
just now,
Yeah.
but yeah, no, I like it. I think it's really interesting because you're seeing the behind the scenes of all this stuff that normally you wouldn't see. Granted, it's not like really going in depth, but like it's more about her. It's like
Yeah.
she's there, but then it's like Elon Musk is standing in the background talking to the president.
Yeah.
And it's like, what the frick? And then she's like, yeah, so like they have these Nutella things over here. Like just talk. And you're like, what the? It's like so normal.
Yeah.
That it's like,
you're
it's
truly-
interesting. It really, I think it's good for them, honestly. Like it
I
kind
think so,
of
too.
drops the veil down and shows that they're pretty normal. Like she was like in her house or something, like filming a segment, like her room was dirty. They had like a ping pong table in the kitchen. It was like
Really?
normal stuff.
Yeah.
Where like you're kind of like, oh, like they're normal people.
I thought it was really cool. I thought she was good at it too. She's young, she'll get better, but like,
Yeah,
thought
if she
she was
even
really
decides
good.
to keep doing it though, like why would she? Like what's the real benefit?
I guess
You're already famous, or you're not really that famous, but like you got money.
true. Build a personal brand,
Yeah,
maybe.
it's tough to do though.
Very tough to do.
Not for
Why
her.
why do anything tough when you don't need to?
I mean, yeah, the only thing I could see is if she wants to be like an icon. Other than that, it's nothing.
Yeah,
An
It's really-
icon.
but that wears out after a while too. Sorry, I just like it'll be interesting.
It will be interesting to see like how long she does it, if people will still watch when she's not. But it's pretty cool. It's cool just seeing her hang out with freaking Bryson DeChambeau.
Yeah, it's interesting. Like, you'd like to think it would go for 4 years, but that's a long time.
True. I bet she'll go longer. I bet she'll just do this, and if she doesn't quit it, she'll pivot into something else and start doing something else cool. But
Watching a Okay, so this is her video 8 days ago. Watching a rocket launch at SpaceX with Elon Musk.
that's a crazy
Yeah,
title,
that-
dude.
That was the
5.9 million views in 8 days.
That was the first one I saw. And I
She's
was
only
like,
got 541K subscribers. Kai Trump election night vlog, 4.2 million views 3 weeks ago. Pretty crazy. It's super entertaining. I hope she keeps going.
Yeah, me too. I liked watching them.
something crazy happened to me this morning. No,
What?
not crazy at all, but it was really funny. I like ran up to the door of the gas station to hold the door for this guy, and we were like coming up, and one's a push and one's a pull, and he grabs the pull as I like go for the push, and then like I open it, and then he opens it, and he goes, "Thanks for trying." And I was just chuckling the whole time, He's still like, He saw me.
Thanks for trying.
Yeah. He saw me and like pushing the push and he's pulling the pull. He's like, yeah, thanks for trying.
I like the way you said it.
He's
Older
big,
fella?
yeah, older fella, big dude wearing suspenders, belly popping out, cigarette smelling.
You just
what
ran
was
to go get that door for him.
Yeah, like I, jogged up and he saw me as he grabs in. Oh, thanks for trying. There's more where that came from, but you have to come back next week.
Boy, Hank of the Hill here. Hank of the Hill. King of the Hill.
Hank of the Hill works.
I like it. I've been watching King of the Hill, dude.
Dude,
Great show.
That's a
Great
slept
show.
on show. That's very,
It's
very
so good.
quality.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yup. Well, Mike, just send us out.
Thanks for listening to today's podcast with my good friend CJ, Evan, and Ryan.
His only good friends.
We love you guys. Yeah. The other guys, I'm close to them too, but I really F with you guys. And you too. Thanks for listening. Subscribe if you haven't, and we'll see you next week.
Peace.